Yo, 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 what it do, this is the Sons of Mayhem, and I am the Ting Tang Master, and that is Balu! Yeah, what time is it? Yeah, you know we hit you with that again. So today's topic is, what would you need for your zombie apocalypse survival kit, basically, you know what I mean? A lot of people, yeah, there's video games, there's movies about it, you never know, it might happen, so let's talk about it. So, yeah, so, we're going to try to break it up into, like, whatever. We're not going to have it in numerical order, so we're just going to freestyle it to a point. So, yeah. So, why don't you start off with something? What you think?
I'll start off with something. Let's see. Well, I'm thinking that, straight up, you need a place, a safe haven, somewhere where nobody's going to screw with you.
Okay.
And you can feel, secure. And then you can get all the other shit.
Okay, but what kind of place?
It depends. I mean, like, you want a big ass housing complex, or you want something that's more bunkered down, that has gated.
Okay, let's say there's. Okay, we'll talk about we'll set the scenario. 5 people in your party. Okay. Yeah, 1 child with 4 adults. Yeah, and so that's the scenario. We started it all kind of backwards there, but scenario. So then, that's the first thing I would do. I would want to choose, like, what place I would want to bunker down. That's a straight up fact. We were talking about this, like, months ago, and we are like, oh, what place would we want? And I said, I don't know what you said. I forget what you said. But
I was thinking our complex building, but then you were like something more smaller that's closer to the ground where we don't have to go up and down.
Yeah, because we're gonna have to eventually.
The elevator's not gonna be working. No power.
Yeah, we live pretty high up, so. But the second thing was I watched the movie, and where they bunkered down was a hospital, and I thought that was actually really ingenious because there's probably food already there stocked up, and there's already medication, so that means it'll take away one of the most important things was first aid kit, first aid supplies. So if you could pick that, if you had that place, that'd be dope. But if not, I would say I think a house would be the best. Easy to bunker down in.
What about a warehouse? Just a warehouse.
Warehouse too, yeah.
Not too many entrances though.
I mean, how many warehouses do you know that doesn't have too much in it? There's usually 1 or 2 big entrances and then maybe a couple side doors, right? Yeah. So. But the only reason why is I want it easier for, like, a house-wise, is easier to get to the roof if you needed to get to the roof. That's where I think a house, like maybe a 2-story house, would be preferable if you could get it. Something with a basement, something with a fucking 2 stories, so it's easier and it's not as big to patrol the area. And we could have somebody at nighttime, having sniper points if we needed it. You know what I mean?
But what if we got swarmed and, like, they just crowded the whole outside of the house, then we're screwed, right?
Well, that goes with anything then. Any building. You know what I mean?
A big warehouse, it might be a little bit
but
easier.
it's more ground to cover at the same time. More easier to mistake. And remember now, there's only 4 adults and 1 child. So, people wouldn't get lost in the midst on whatever. Do you really need a big-ass warehouse? I don't know. Because that's the same thing with the hospital. That was the same thing that I was getting at. That there were so many different things. Because zombies are not the only thing that you're going to have to worry about. You're going to have to worry about people, drifters, that are trying to take your shit.
Yeah, that's true.
That actually know shit. That know how to fucking fuck with people, too. So, what I mean? I wanted something that was big, but yet not so big where it's harder to, control all the exits. That's my main thing. When I go into a building, I want to control the exits. Yeah, if possible. But a warehouse is good because it's wide open. So I don't know. Put your fucking things in the comments and let us know what you guys think.
That'd be cool.
Because we're stuck on it. Because I think the warehouse is a good idea. The hospital is, and the house is, and even our complex. Okay, so the next thing was I'm gonna say water, obviously, but like you gotta get 1 gallon of water. This is what the CDC says now. 1 gallon of water per person now.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So then, and it goes on, for like 3 days, and then it goes into 2 weeks supply, and yada yada yada. Because
we'd have to find an ample supply of it.
If you already have it, unless you already have the one. This is a survival kit, so you can get your kit ready right now. And this is not only just for zombies, this is for anything. An emergency period. Because the CDC doesn't say it's a zombie kit. It's an emergency kit, period. This is what you need. So, I mean, this is what you need for any emergency, and zombies is obviously an emergency. So, if it was a zombie apocalypse taking over the earth, you need the water, because without water, you're dead, right?
Fucking zombies!
So, water, obviously, that's going to go into food, and you need food, non-perishable items, MREs.
That's a good idea.
If you can get, like, chips and canned goods and blah, blah, blah. Then, and if you knew how to plant shit, which I sort of know how to plant some stuff.
Foods last
so,
forever.
Yeah, so, food and water is kind of one.
Grab some Twinkies. Those last forever, too.
So, why don't you go and talk about the next one? That was real quick. We did that.
Power supply.
Okay, so what do you mean? Like,
I mean, like, maybe a generator or something, but...
Like a portable generator?
Yeah, a portable generator, but I know that gas would be, like, scarce.
Yeah, so...
So, I was trying to think of other ideas to, create alternative gas lines, but I'm still kind of boggled on that. I seen one where some guy created fuel or gas out of wood, but I don't know how easy that would be for you guys to do.
Yeah. I don't even know how to do that, so, I mean, I can't fucking say anything about that. But power source, we could talk about batteries.
Batteries, there you
That's
go.
the basic
Car
thing.
batteries.
You need batteries, you need something to whatever. If you can get some kind of, that kind of stuff. Because even generators and stuff like that cost money, man. You know what I'm saying? And we live in Hawaii. Again, I say that again. We live in Hawaii. There ain't that much use for a generator, so nobody really buys them here. So, you know what I mean?
So grab a handful of car batteries.
If you could get something, that can hold power, even that goes, though. That goes eventually, yeah. So, batteries, mainly. Flashlights, you need them. Because you're not going to have energy, really. I mean, you're going to have to save your power for when you need it. You know what I mean? And if you can get flashlights, perfect. And NOAA weather radio. That is what the CDC says is the best one. It's a hand crank one. It has LCD fucking flashlight on it. It has all the weather channels, AM, FM radio, and a USB port to charge your phone or whatever you need.
That's dope. I can have my iPhone still.
Yeah, you can still have that. And, and it's good to have, like, music and stuff like that because people think, oh, that's a idiot thing to think about. But people get crazy. If you don't have something to keep your mind off things, you know what I mean? So you got to have some sort of entertainment. So that goes right into it. CB radio is another good option for that, by the way, just for radio sense, I'm saying. Another thing is sanitation hygiene. We were talking about that. Yeah, you're going to need your soap. You're going to need your bleach for, cleaning shit and whatever. And your, surgical alcohol and whatever, if can, to clean wounds.
Oh, yeah.
That goes into first aid supplies as well. Sorry, that's a whole new thing. But first aid supply would be next, along with that. Because if you get sick and you don't have, fucking whatever, penicillin, if you can get that, that's good. You know what I mean? If you can have anything, gauze, Band-Aids, if you don't have any of that, you're in deep shit, really. So, you'll get infected real quick if you don't have, like, some kind of alcohol substance.
Hey, don't forget about the TP for your bunghole.
Yeah, I don't know what that was talking about. But
toilet paper.
So, what is that? Tools and supplies. There you go. You need those because you got to fix them. You're going to need things to fix. If you can... That goes into some other things, but like duct tape, multi-purpose tools.
I like that idea about the multi-purpose tool because
what I mean?
That's perfect. You don't even have to friggin' carry a lot of shit then.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? Because that's the whole thing. If you're going to be on the move or if you can bunker down, but if you bunker down and your place gets compromised, you need to move and you need to be able to carry whatever you want. So, having everything in a small section would be great. You know what I mean? Candles, obviously, and all that other crap. So, yeah. Another thing was safety items. Now, I never really talked about this because we talked about sort of, but safety items. I'm going to pick 3 things. I'm going to pick gloves, like mechanic gloves. Latex is good, but if you can get like Kevlar gloves or some shit like that, something leather, something like in the $20 to $100-something range of gloves.
Yourself.
You know what I mean? Yeah, because if you can have gloves, not only to fix and stay clean, but also it makes it harder for the zombies to bite through your gloves if you have, like some kind of real heavy duty.
I didn't
okay. Another thing is to have goggles so they don't scratch your eyes. Blood doesn't just splatter in your eye. Just like it 28 days later when the blood dropped into the guy's eye and he ended up getting infected with the zombie thing. Yeah. So having goggles would be cool. And then the next thing is if you can't get a gas mask, get a surgical mask. That's easy. That's like a couple bucks. You can get it at Walmart, anything.
Protect you from airborne stuff and
airborne stuff, because you never know if the zombie virus is gonna get airborne. So it's good to have that, and plus it protects you from smoke and any other viruses. The flu and all that. So that's what we want for our safety. You know what I mean? And I already said the first aid. So yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the real shit. Let's talk about the weapons. And we categorized it in like 5 or 6 weapons that we would like. So, okay, if you have your own, then pick your own. So why don't you go, Baloo?
Well, I have 3 main weapons that I would want. Is at least a shotty, 12 gauge. For close quarter combat. Protect myself up range.
Okay, automatic or a pump action?
I would say automatic.
Okay.
That would be nice.
Okay.
And then I would have to have at least a couple pistols. Just something, maybe hidden, and then one, on my side, so I could protect myself a little bit faster. And then I got the rifle for long range. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention. The bullet or the ammo would have to be 9mm for the pistols, because it's more. How do you say it? It's like the bullets. The bullets.
It won't be as scarce as buying like a 44. Even though 44 is pretty out there. I mean. To train somebody with, I think, in my personal opinion, it's easy to clean, and it's just it's made for anybody.
Yeah.
The second thing is I'm gonna go with a Remington 700 bolt action, because that is the perfect hunting rifle in my opinion. That's what everybody likes to use. Not everybody. I mean, there's better guns out there, but you can't go wrong. The gun's been around for a long time, and if someone's like, oh, here's a 700, I'm gonna take it, because that gun's a beast gun, and a lot of people, and a lot of sniper rifles, like military sniper rifles, are made from that gun. So you know what I mean. It's kind of a good blueprint to pick from, and you might as well get the real thing if you can. Another thing is anything 22, handgun, rifle. Why? Because you can stockpile 22 ammo right now. If you spend $12, I guarantee it's gonna be 500 to 1,000 rounds that you can spend. This for $12. Remember, I spent $12. Yeah. I got over 500 rounds. I already got my stockpile for my 22 long rifle. That is one of the best guns to have, because the ammo is so cheap, you know what I mean, and you can still hunt small game, you know what I mean. The 700s for the big game and for the zombies and peeps, you know what I mean, and then the 22s for the small games like the squirrels and whatever whatnots, right? And then the next thing would be I'm gonna take 2 more things: a baseball bat. Because you need a baseball bat. Because when ammo's running out, and you can teach somebody that to swing that, because it's easy. Everybody got arms, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? So, and the The classic machete. I would like a samurai sword, but to tell you the truth, a machete is more. You can buy that shit at Walmart. Really, you can get it at Walmart, Sports Authority, anything, Kmart, whatever. You know what I mean? At your local sports goods store. You know, there's a machete there. Boom, easy peasy, lemon squeezy with the huazi. So you know what I mean. And I'm a knife guy. I have a lot of knives, so fuck machetes. I got swords, and you know everybody knows. You come in my house, you know me and Blue, you getting fucked up, homie. You getting fucked up. But
Ting Ting and Blue, I'll find you.
You know that. So okay. So and then we're gonna talk about a few other things you probably need in your zombie kit. Don't forget you need blankets. Don't forget you need clothing, like tough khakis, BDUs if possible, and you know, and like mountain, like hunting, not hunting, but hiking shoes or steel toe shoes, something like that, because you want something that can handle any terrain and can, you know, it's not gonna fall apart if you run or whatever. You know what I mean? Though we live in Hawaii, slippers are cool, but you're gonna need the shoes more.
You might step on some zombie blood or something.
You know what I mean? You don't want that. You don't want to get cut easy or whatever. So you want to try and be as covered as possible, and you want to have tough clothing. You know what I mean? So you know. Rain gear, you know, like a poncho or some shit like that's cool too. All that, you know what I mean? Don't forget those things, because you gotta think about the things that you're gonna have on you at all times first. And even though we said clothing last, but everybody wants to know the other cool shit first, so we said that. But clothing is very important. So have tough clothes, durable footwear, you know, maybe hats and glasses and whatever whatnots and gloves. So yeah, is there anything you want to add with that?
Not that I could think of at the moment.
And I got a question for you. Okay. If your girlfriend or your whatever, because he is in a relationship, if she got a zombie, would you be able to kill her?
If she turned into a zombie?
Yeah.
Wow, that's really tough. I mean, I would probably want to do her a favor and put her out of her misery.
Yeah.
It would be a hard thing to do, but would have to. You know?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I would. I'd fucking smash the shit out of it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You're not who you are already. You're done. You're trying to eat me, and that's fucked up. You know. So, but you know, it would still be like horrible to see. You know, I don't know if I could beat it. I don't know if I could take out my girl with a baseball bat. I'll tell you that. I mean, I could, but it would be hard. But with a gun, it would be a lot easier.
I would just want to do it quick and simple, make it easy, and be done with it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. That's what it is. That's what it's all about. So another thing, I want to touch back on the ammo. Another thing with the 22 round rifle, you can train anybody. So the child that's in your group and some of the females that maybe have never touched a rifle, or even the guy that's never touched a rifle, you never know. It's the best, one of the best calibers to learn. You know what I mean? Because you know, it's just easy. It's easy on the recoil and all that. And 9mm is real good too. So,
no.
But yeah, so that is our random fucking zombie apocalypse survival kit. Get your papers, rewind it, because we said a lot of shit and it was all over the place. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Leave your comments in below and what you think you would want in your survival kit. Peace out.
Peace out.
If you're watching us, you know you dope. My name is Ting Tang Master, because I ting when you need to be tanged.